Part 11. God's Promise Remains. Even though God's people were far away from home, God still spoke to them. God sent more prophets. They spoke all his words and wrote them down in God's holy book. The prophet Ezekiel wrote that one day God would raise up the temple and give his people new hearts. Isaiah reminded them that God's forever king would come from the family of David. The prophet Jeremiah was hopeful too. He said that Israel would return home again in 70 years. 70 years passed, and the prophet Daniel prayed to God. He asked God to remember his promise, and God heard Daniel's prayer. Finally, God's people went home to Jerusalem. They returned to the land, but they had a lot of work to do. Jerusalem and the temple were ruined. Can you see the people rebuilding the city walls and the temple? They worked very hard, and when the foundation was finished, the people celebrated. All the people shouted loud praises to God. They were happy. With trumpets and cymbals they sang to God, for he is good, for his steadfast love endures forever. But many of the older men cried. Can you guess why? They cried because they remembered Solomon's beautiful temple and knew that Israel could never completely rebuild God's place. They cried because they still longed for God's forever king to come. That's it for tonight.